Hey guys, so here we have the Losi Mini-LST2 limited edition. The normal edition you can see here, the paint scheme on it. The limited edition has a little bit different color, and here it is down here. It has dual Frenzy 370 brushed motors, comes with a Lipo Pack. Now the Lipo Pack included is a 1000 mAh 2-cell Lipo Pack. You can use larger packs. I think even 2000 mAh, maybe even a little bit higher than that will fit. I have some 1650 mAh Lipo packs, which I'll be using in this also. Just get a little bit more drive time out of it that way. But let's go ahead and just look at what's in the box really quick, and then I'll go over a little bit more detail. So in the box, everything's taken out. I just took it out and placed it on the ground. You get your 2.4 gigahertz transmitter. You get the truck completely built and ready to go. I'm not sure if this is a part for anything. It might have just been padding in the box to, for packaging, but that came in there. I got to look in the instruction manual, just make sure that's not for anything, but I think that's just packaging, padding. I'm not sure though. You get your instruction manual, of course, bind plug, some tools, and extra little parts. I think it's just tools there, and some stickers. And then you get 4 AA's for your transmitter. And you get your Lipo. Like I said, it's a 1000 milliamp 2-cell, and you get your Lipo charger. So that's all that's in the box. It's everything you need to get it running. And this, hold on one second, I forget. It is, for the ready to run, $169.99. So costs a little more than the Buggy I got, but this is a 4-wheel drive truck. It should handle grass a little bit better. As you can see, it's got a pretty high wheelbase there. And let's take off the top here and see inside more. Just like most RC cars, you got these little retaining clips. Let's take these off. And here's the truck inside. Now I actually have a couple heat sinks I'm going to add onto these motors. But here we have the 2 Frenzy 370 motors, and we have our 2 servos for steering, have our ESC, and our 2.4 gigahertz Losi receiver. The shocks are aluminum oil-filled shocks, so that's an upgrade over my Losi Buggy that has plastic shocks. So this is nice aluminum shocks, and some of the body parts are aluminum as well. As you can see, the undercarriage here is aluminum, and some parts in here are aluminum as well, a little bit more sturdy. Has real nice shocks. They feel like they're going to absorb the rough terrain pretty good. Has a front and rear bumper to help prevent damage. Very strong. It's plastic, but it's pretty strong. So we're going to go ahead right now and get this out. I'm just going to complete it for you guys, and let's go drive this thing. Alright, one last thing before we drive. I just wanted to show the heat sinks. Here they are. Here's one. Out of focus a little bit there. But just a heat sink. I put one on already. And these are the Losi Motor Heat Sink 2 set. Part number LOSB 0834. And I put one on, like I said, and here's the other one. All you do, put it on the motor, push it, and that's it. Let me get it on tight enough. Kind of got it on an angle here. Let me get it on a little better. There we go. That time it snapped good. And yeah, you just get them snapped on the motors there, and that will help your motors stay cooler, last longer, and run a little bit better. So, alright, that's all I wanted to do. Let me get the battery in, get it binded in. This is the Losi Mini-LST2. It's the limited edition, and I just want to show you guys here. It's got the 4-wheel drive. Oh, someone coming out? No, I was wrong. Alright, so it's got the 4-wheel drive, nice big tires. First thing we're going to do, because the last mini Buggy I got from Losi, it had a little trouble in grass. It could do it, but it got slowed down a lot. First thing we're going to do is just ride through this grass a little bit, let you guys see. I'm only going to be running at about a 4th throttle just to move it around. It has no problem going through the grass. This is very low throttle. but it climbs over grass no problem. Head it up a bit, you can see it has no problem speeding through the grass either. Very nice. Now these ramps are probably made for a 1/24th vehicle. This is a 1/18th, so these ramps are tiny. It's hard to even line up on them. So let's try to get this one again.
Just jump.
I need to get some bigger ramps because these are tiny. I didn't know they were so small when I bought them. But it jumps good. And watch this if you can see it on the camera. Try to get it closer, Cassie. When it turns here, you can see it tipping from side to side. Those shocks are real nice. You can tighten them up if you want, but it tips nice just to hold that turn. And this is like a 10th throttle. Let's do a little more grass riding up here, then I'll do a speed pass back into us so you guys can see how quick it can go. It's got the dual 370 Frenzy motors. There's also lots of upgrades you can get. So again, in this grass, I'm running like a 4th or a half throttle. I'm not going full speed at all. Alright, so let's just stop it there, and now we're going to do a full speed right at us. Pretty darn quick. Back away. Actually, you can see, I'm going to bring it back and hit up full throttle and try to get the back of the car on it. You can see when you hit full throttle, it tips back. It's got a lot of power. See the front end go up? Turns real nice. It's not tipping on me. And then we got some bumps here. We'll just see how these shocks handle these bumps. Turns real nice. I love that tilt it has. Alright, we got a big curb here. See it crawl up that? No problem. The mini buggy definitely wouldn't have done that at all. It would have got stuck. Now the mini buggy's not meant for off-road as much. It's meant for more of a loose dirt track. This one is capable of grass really good. Pretty much any terrain this thing's going to just power through. Whoa. See, it doesn't tip, not too bad, because that was a pretty high speed turn and it slid out, but it didn't tip over. So it's got really good big wheels and a wide wheelbase, so it's not gonna just tip over on you if you make a high speed turn. Now this is cement. If you were to do that in grass, you would probably flip over. These little jumps are too small. Oh, caught itself there. See if we can get it to do a little jump off this curb. Oh, nice. So there you go, a little bit more traction on the cement rather than the blacktop, and it will tip on you. Oh, no. That's not going to hurt it at all. The most that's going to do, if anything, is damage my body paint a little, but actually it held up just fine. No big damage there. No big damage to the paint or anything, so if that did damage anything, though, it would just be a little bit of plastic scraping. It wouldn't actually hurt the car. But this thing, it's about as fast, it's probably faster than the buggy on the stock setup. Now my buggy I upgraded to a 370 motor, so it was actually pretty darn quick. But this thing is definitely faster than the buggy on the stock setup. You want to slow down during those turns if you can. Make sure you don't tip it. I'm going to try to set up this ramp. See if we can hit that ramp going a little bit quicker. I'll probably miss it though and might end up flipping around the car. Yeah, I only hit it really with one wheel there. Oh, kind of off center of that ramp now. Yeah, I'm missing it. It's too small of a ramp. We could bring out the bigger ramp.
Can you make it a double?
No, but let's bring out the bigger ramp. Hold on a second.
You have a bigger ramp?
Yeah, it's not a real ramp. I'll jump it into the grass so it's less likely.
You made a ramp.
Alright, so there's my homemade ramp. I'm gonna Cassie's laughing at my homemade ramp. We'll do a little test jump, and then we'll bring it back and get a little more speed. See how it... Oh, nice. Bring it back and get a little more speed for that. Okay,
Whoa.
I flipped it. But that's not going to hurt the car really. I mean, over time, tons of bad jumps could, but... Nice. Oops. Oh, wow, it rated itself pretty good there. I was just slow flipping it. Rated itself pretty good. Now the angle of my ramp is also affecting flight of the car. Depending on the angle of your ramp, you're going to get smoother. Oh, that was good. You can also control the car in the air, but this doesn't have very much air time, so you got to be really quick about it by adding more or less throttle. There we go. If I keep full throttle during the jump, it seems to hold itself pretty straight. Let's try that again. Nice. One more jump there. Oh, not bad. I mean, it's a monster truck. If it flips, it's okay. If you crack anything there, it would be like the front bumper, but... I think someone was leaving, and if so, we'll wait a second, but then we'll bring it out on the street and we'll just do some speed passes to see how quick it'll go. Just drive it around in this grass a little more. I have to say, this one, the Mini Buggy's awesome, and if you have a dirt track to ride the Mini Buggy on, it's a great car, especially if you're doing little races around dirt tracks. But this thing, I'd have to say, is probably a little more fun. Maybe it's just because it's new, but the four-wheel drive and the speed of it, it's really a fun little car. Alright, so we'll do some speed passes here in a second, but we just gotta wait for these people to leave, so we'll bring you back in a second.